Good morning, boys and girls. It is such a gray day here. How's the weather where you are? Can you look out the window and see what it looks like? Anybody else have a gray day out there? And it rained, and it's going to rain again, and I thought, I need a silly story for today. So I hope you like this one. It's called Mr. Reez's Sneezes by Curtis Parkinson. Here's the cover. And here's the inside. Mr. Reez's Sneezes. Mr. Reez was a quiet little man who lived in a quiet little apartment. He was content with his quiet life, reading his books, walking his quiet little dog, and petting his quiet little cat. But sometimes he would put down his book and sigh, "Nothing exciting ever happens to me." Then one day, let's see what happened. He was sprinkling pepper on his salad, and a breeze from the window swirled the pepper up his nose. Ah, ah, he gasped his head back. The dog and the cat scrambled to get out of the way. Ah, ah, he gasped again, inhaling more pepper, some dust from the street, pollen from the trees, paint fumes, cat hairs, dog hairs, and one stray gnat. Ah, ah. The dishes rattled, the pictures shook, the neighbors covered their ears. There was one more ah, ah, then achoo! It was a mammoth sneeze, a gargantuan sneeze, a Guinness Book of World Records sneeze. It was such a sneeze, it blew Mr. Reez backwards out of his chair, right out the window. He sailed across the lawn, past the painter and the garden. He narrowly missed a bus which slammed on its brakes and shot out of sight. The dog barked and barked, and the cat tore up and down the drapes, while the neighbors leaned out of their windows to see where the quiet little man from 3C had gone. He was now flying across the country at the speed of sound. Reports of a flying saucer poured in from excited citizens. The Air Force sent up a pursuit plane, but it got tangled up in the sneeze, and the pilot had to eject and parachute to Earth. It was definitely an alien, he reported, with a weird weapon that stalled my engines. Keep it top secret, the generals ordered. We don't want the people to panic. Meanwhile, Mr. Reez was enjoying the view of the mountains and deserts and great cities until he hit an air pocket and plunged towards the ground. But the sneeze soon caught up him again, and he sailed along above the treetops. He soared over a baseball stadium just as the batter socked a high fly ball. It landed in Mr. Reez's outstretched hands. The crowd roared as the ball disappeared into the distance. "Zounds," the announcer exclaimed, "the longest home run in history." Mr. Reez sped on over a church where a wedding was taking place, just missing the steeple and setting the bells ringing by themselves. "It's a miracle," the wedding guests cried. In the excitement that followed, the minister married the wrong couple, a homeless man who had been sleeping in the church, and the bride's mother, a wealthy widow. However, they decided to make the best of it, and everyone showered them with confetti as they left for their honeymoon. So fun. By then, Mr. Rees was streaking over a tropical rainforest. "Hi, matey, watch where you're going," the McCoos screeched. Mr. Rees was so startled, he dropped the baseball, which fell into the gaping mouth of an alligator just about to gobble up the eggs in a pelican's nest. "Ay caramba," the alligator cried. "This egg tastes terrible," and he left in a hurry, much to the relief of the pelican. Meanwhile, Mr. Rees thought he would go on forever until suddenly a hot air balloon loomed in front of him. He bounced off the balloon and fell into the basket below. "Buenos dias." "Hello," the two balloonists said, and he offered to share their lunch with him. A hot tamale had a sprinkling of pepper on it, and Mr. Rees began. He shot out of the balloon backwards. "Adios." "Goodbye," said the balloonist. But the sneeze was much better behaved than the first one. It shoved him straight back home at the speed of sound, and then it left. Mr. Rees tumbled through the window and somersaulted onto the sofa, while the dog barked and barked and the cat tore up and down the drapes. And the neighbors, when they saw he was back, all leaned out of their windows and shouted, "Gesundheit." God bless you. The next day, I didn't get to show you the picture so well. Okay. Don't want to miss the picture. The next day, Mr. Rees threw out all the pepper. Then he settled down to his quiet life once more, quite content to have nothing exciting ever to happen to him again, at least for now. What an exciting adventure to have a sneeze that took you. Where did it take him? Can you remember one of the places it took him? I heard that in the baseball park, yeah. Anything else? That's right, in the hot air balloon. He was sailing past the painter in the garden. What a sneeze will do. I'll see you later, boys and girls. Bye.